Welcome to the world of colors. I'm Colors. Today we're going to be making a really cute buffalo check gnome that we're calling Chex. And he's over here. I've got him in a little Wonderland setup with his little Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeers and his sled. And right here he is. I found the shoes at Hobby Lobby and couldn't resist to make Chex. And they all came together really cute. So we're going to make him today. He's an easy project. He won't take too long. And we'll get started in just a minute. So what we're going to need to make him is this little bird house from Dollar Tree. It's really cute. I cut some evergreen from the garland you get at Dollar Tree. It's all wrapped up and I'm using it for different things, and I cut a little bit for his hat. It's some berries. Cut some berries from somewhere. So that's what I'm going to put on his hat. And then you need 2 of the 7-inch rollers from Dollar Tree and 3 2-inch wood knobs from Amazon. I get them on Amazon, 12 in a package. So that's how I order those. And then the Noel sign is from Hobby Lobby. It was $3.99 originally, but I got it for $2 because they have their half off sale. And then we're going to use the boot socks from Dollar Tree. I've got 2 pairs of them for this project in red. And you could use black if you wanted to. Black and gray or red and gray. And then I found these cute boots at Hobby Lobby. They're marked $7.99, but they were in the Christmas sale at 50% off, so I got them for $4. Really cute. They were sitting out of place in the store somewhere, and I just happened to see 3 pairs sitting there, and of course I had to get the 3 pairs. And then we're going to use a pom-pom for the top of his hat. And this is Wright's white fur trim from Joann's. And I've got a 9-inch piece here. It's just the end of my pieces that I had of it. And I'll be cutting that to size for the bottom of his hat on the front. And then we've got some red glitter ribbon that I'm going to use for pulls on his hat. And then his beard is 7 inches wide by 6 inches long. I'm going to do the beard a little bit differently today than we normally do it. And then polyester fiber fill, your flat marbles, some jute for around the wrists. I think it's the only place we're going to be using this. And then your hot glue gun and your glue sticks and some hairspray, some firm hairspray. And that's all we should be needing for this project. So I'll be right back with you and we'll get started. Before we get started, I wanted to show you the deer that I got, the reindeer I got at Hobby Lobby. They were $9.99, so I got them for $5. They were just all wood and didn't have these embellishments on them. So I took some bell ringers from Dollar Tree and glued on some checked ribbon on this one. The other one I put red on. And I took some wooden balls that I had and I did the little red nose on them. So they turned out real cute. I did 2 of them. And then he has a sled that I had picked up along the way somewhere, and I used this sled that was just the right size for him. Anyways, we'll get on to the body and the arms. What we're going to do is we're going to cut a 9-inch bottom out of these socks, out of these boot socks. You want to measure 9 inches from the middle here all the way up. And I've got mine marked. I'll cut it off at 9 inches. Right like that. And then up here we want to cut 7-inch arms. These are going to be the arms. So make sure those are exactly together, and then just cut off your 7-inch arms. Like that. This red part will be the arms, and this part will be glued to the stub. So that's how we're going to do the arms. So the first thing we want to do, this will be extra. Won't be using that. First thing we want to do is I put these inside each other. Like that. And then put your marbles in there. Like that. And then you want to fill it up with polyester fiberfill and then attach it with a rubber band at the top. And so I'll do that. I'll be right back with you. Okay, so I've got the body all done here, and I went ahead and made the first arm, and this is what the arm looks like. And I'm going to make the second one right now. You just want to take some, we got when you cut the sock here, the little frizz gets off of it and gets on everything. So that's what you're looking at, trying to keep that off of there. So what you want to do is take some polyester fiberfill and put it in your sock. Kind of stretching it flat with your fingers. And then you want to take your roller and you want to tunnel your fingers down through the polyester fiberfill and make a place to put the roller. And then pull it all back together again. And then take a rubber band and go right around. You can see right around where there's some stitching, and you just want to follow that so you're the same on both sides, on both arms. I can get this on here, right? Like that. And then do the other end. This is the end that will attach to the stub on the body. Trim that up a little bit. See if I can get some of this off the table. And then we want to, they're hidden everywhere. Okay, we want to glue on one of the 2-inch wooden knobs to the end of the roller down here. You want to put in quite a lot of glue on here. and hold it like that and let it set up. I'll be right back with you. Got the arms finished. I went ahead and tied on the pieces of jute around the wrists. Just tie those on and then just open the ends of the 3-ply jute a little bit so it's a little bit opened like that. So then we want to go ahead and glue on the arms on the back of the stub here. So we want to put it about halfway, that right there with the glue on it. And I would do that right now. You just want to put your glue right halfway across the back there. And you want to hold that till it sets up. I'm going to let this set up and I'm going to do the other arm and then I'll be right back with you. Got the arms glued on. The next thing we want to do is take the beard, 7-inch wide by 6 inches long. And what I did with it is I cut a 2.5-inch slit in it, right down the middle. And you just, you want to hold it in half like that when you do it and just cut a 2.5-inch slit. Take that tape off. We want to go ahead and do the corners, the bottom of the beard and the corners. We want to glue those up just to round off the beard a little bit. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the beard and we're going to take it underneath the arms. This is the first time I've ever done it like this. I did it like this on the one that's sitting there, but just take it under the arms like that. And you'll have it like this in the back. And you want to glue it together and then glue it to the stub. You might have to adjust yours a couple times to get it just right. So just glue it together like that. I'll put some glue on it so it's glued to the stub. Now the idea here is by doing it that way, you have some back hair on him. So when you get the hat on there, you've got your back hair going. So it's really cute to have the back hair. We've got the beard in the front and the hair in the back. And then what we want to do is put the nose on. Put the nose on next. The boots are going on after this. Put the nose on like that and then we'll let that set up. So we've got the nose all glued on, and the next thing we want to do is put these boots on. So we want to pull the bottom of the body apart this way. Just give it a good yank. We want it to stretch it out over the top of the boots as much as we can. So you want to go ahead and get your glue on your boots. They don't have to be right exactly side by side. that. And then we'll just take this seam across, pull that apart, and lay it right on the boot like that. And hold that down and let it set up. I'll be right back with you. I've got the boot setting up over here all the way. And while that's going on, I'm going to make the hat. So you want to take out your other pair of boot socks and go ahead and what I measure? I measured 5 inches from the red down into the gray. Is how I measured these. So go past the red and just measure 5 inches into the gray. And I put my spot right there. Cut that off. There's another gnome for you. And then you want to take and cut these open. These scissors have points on them and they're always grabbing the fabric. Try another pair here. So you want to open them like that. I'll get it done. There we go. And then what we want to do is make sure we have lots of glue because we're going to glue these together like that. You just want to go along and get your glue about 1/4 of an inch in. And just glue them together all the way around. Well, not all the way around, on the 2 sides. Now I'm going to do the other side and I'll be right back. I've got both sides glued and they're all cooled off. So we'll take and gather together the top of the red area. And put our rubber band around it. Just as tight as I'm going to get it right there. And then turn it so the right side's out. Of course, we have these little guys. And then you want to turn it up a couple of times. Like that. Put some polyester fiber fill in it. Making sure that's coming out even at the rubber band. I'm pulling it out so it's even there. And then put some polyester fiber fill inside. We can put the pom-pom on top. I'm going to go around and put a little glue to hold this up while the pom-pom is setting up. Make sure the glue's low enough that it's not going to come oozing out the top. I think I'll let that hat set up for a couple minutes and then we'll put it on. So I've got the hat sitting here. We're ready to get it glued on. I'm going to put the fur trim on the front after I get this glued on here. So we want to go ahead and glue it to the top of the nose. And then you want to glue it to the two places where the seams of the hat are. Glue that down to the shoulders by just dropping some glue in here. You just drop some glue in here, and when it falls down, it'll glue that together for you. So you do that to both sides and hold that down, and then you do the back. So I'll be doing that, and I'll be right back with you. I've got the hat glued on, and what I want to do now, I pulled the mustache out and sprayed it with hairspray. Just get that sprayed good with hairspray. It'll hold the shape real well for you. And then you want to take that piece of fur that I got at Joann's. It's made by Wright's, 2-inch fur. And we'll figure out how much we're going to need here because we want to cover up these seams. So we'll take it about like that, and I'm going to trim it right here. That should be the ticket. My girlfriend told me I should make a buffalo check gnome. She said, oh yeah, you've got to make a buffalo check gnome this year. And no sooner did she tell me that I found these little boots a day later at Hobby Lobby. And I said, well, there we go. And it came right together, and now we have checks. So let me go ahead and get this glued on. I'm going to start by putting this on the seam over here. And then just work my way around to the other seam. Let's see what I'm doing. See if I can just capture this other seam in this. We'll let that set up, and we need to put on the evergreen piece and the berries. So we'll just, I think I can go ahead and get that glued on there. Gives him a little bit more of a woodsy feeling to him. So I'm going to let these two things set up, and I'll be right back. So I've got the berries glued on now and let them set up. And the last things we need to do are put the sign on and put the birdhouse on. So we'll go ahead and get that done and let them set up. Get some glue. You just want to put glue on the sides of the birdhouse. Like that. They're a really cute birdhouse. Just finding at Dollar Tree. These hat poles, I put those on too. Like I've got on the other one. Those are optional if you want to put these on or not. I wanted a little bit of sparkle on them. So I'm going to have to let this set up, and I'll be right back. So this is how he looks. He's all done. I glued that Noel sign right there to his wrist. Just very little glue it took. He's all done, and he's adorable. He's really a cute gnome named Chex. So if you like this video, make sure to like. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe.